For me, there's a simple rule in politics. Never, ever be surprised by what happens in politics.
The face of truth is open. The eyes of truth are bright. The lips of truth are ever closed. The head of truth is upright. The breast of truth stands forward. The gaze of truth is straight. Truth has neither fear nor doubt. Truth has patience to wait. The words of truth are touching. The voice of truth is deep. The law of truth is simple. All you sow, you reap. The soul of truth is flaming. The heart of truth is warm. The mind of truth is clear and firm through rain and storm. Facts are only its shadow. Truth stands above all sin. Great be the battle of life. Truth in the end shall win. The image of truth is the cross. Wisdom's message is its rod. The sign of truth is Christ, and the soul of truth is God. Life of truth is eternal. Immortal is its past. Power of truth shall endure. Truth shall hold to the last.
I don't have to tell you things are bad. Everybody knows things are bad. It's a depression. Everybody's out of work or scared of losing their job. The dollar buys a nickel's worth. Banks are going bust. Shopkeepers keep a gun under the counter. Punks are running wild in the street, and there's nobody anywhere who seems to know what to do, and there's no end to it. We know the air is unfit to breathe, and our food is unfit to eat. We sit watching our TVs while some local newscaster tells us that today we had 15 homicides and 63 violent crimes, as if that's the way it's supposed to be. We know things are bad, worse than bad. They're crazy. It's like everything everywhere is going crazy, so we don't go out anymore. We sit in the house, and slowly the world we're living in is getting smaller, and all we say is, please, at least leave us alone in our living room. Let me have my toaster and my TV and my steel-belted radios, and I won't say anything. Just leave us alone. Well, I'm not going to leave you alone. I want you to get mad. I don't want you to protest. I don't want you to riot. I don't want you to write to your congressman because I wouldn't know what to tell you to write. I don't know what to do about the depression and the inflation and the Russians and the crime in the street. All I know is that first, you've got to get mad. You've got to say, I'm a human being. God damn it. My life has value.
The new CEO of the OKEU has been meeting with some of the employees. As a matter of fact, there's a meeting which took place yesterday. What came out of that particular exercise? Where is a particular government minister? And also coming up in the broadcast, the implications of the Trump presidency as far as the possible deportation of St. Lucians, those who are living in the United States illegally. As we welcome you to yet another edition of the world's most monitored talk show, and that is NewsSpin on Power 97.9 FM. The broadcast is also on the NewsSpin Facebook page as well as the NewsSpin YouTube channel. My name is Timothy Poleon. We'll be together until 2 o'clock this afternoon. Later, your calls at 452-2979. That's 452-2979. WhatsApp calls and messages 716-2026, 716-2026. And Amanda is on set. She'll be going through some of your comments in the chat room. So the new CEO of the Millennium Heights Medical Complex, Dr. Damian Greaves, met with some of the employees of that health institution yesterday. My understanding is, to put it mildly, it was an interesting meeting. And according to the new CEO, he has an open door policy, and he is going to engage all to work on a strategic policy and vision for the Millennium Heights Medical Complex. And a key to improve on internal and external communication, that is one of the things that he'll be working towards, and also fostering a family and team spirit. Every employee should be appreciated and recognized as an important part of the team. That is among some of the things that Dr. Greaves told the employees of the Millennium Heights Medical Complex. And he also focused on his qualifications. because according to him, there's a feeling out there that he's not suited for the job. He does not have the qualifications. So let me just remind you of Dr. Greaves's qualifications. PhD in Health Services Management and Policy from Walden University, MSc Public Health, MSPH, Department of Preventive Health and Public Medicine from the St. George's University in Grenada. And you can add to that, he also served as the island's Minister of Health in a previous St. Lucia Labour Party administration. So we wish him well. But there's an allegation that a medical doctor made last month during an appearance on the DBS program News Make Alive. And of course, that doctor is Dr. Sylvia Wilson. And we'll play you that clip in just a moment. Because for me, it's a very interesting allegation that was made by Dr. Wilson and making reference to the St. Jude Hospital. And also is making reference as well to Dr. Greaves. I think that statement was made not on News Make Alive, but on NewsSpin in a call to the program.
I want him to talk of the proposal that he came down to St. Jude's in the time of Dr. Anthony, where the suggestion was to close St. Jude's. That was before the fire. Because of the cost and so on, Dr. Anthony suggested and sent Damian Greaves to the staff of St. Jude's to close down St. Jude's. That was before the fire. And the staff and the administration of St. Jude's said, no, that is impossible. You cannot close a community hospital. Now, you see these 2 points? I would like Dr. Greaves, before he assumes that CEO, to explain to St. Lucians. You understand me? Why at that time he wanted to close St. Jude's?
Just so there from Dr. Sylvia Wilson. As a matter of fact, I was mistaken. It's not on News Make Alive, but she made a comment during a call to this broadcast, NewsSpin. And I could imagine if Dr. Greaves is listening to the broadcast right now, he'll be saying, maybe chuckling a little bit and saying, but Tim, it's too early to be putting, all your scrutiny on me with regard to probably some of an assignment that was given so many years ago, maybe a decade ago and so on. But that comes with the territory, Dr. Greaves. Nonetheless, we'd like to wish him all the best. And maybe along the way, he can also answer that particular question that was posed a few weeks ago by Dr. Sylvia Wilson, in that he was given an assignment to report and to suggest to the authorities at the St. Jude Hospital a few years ago that health institution should be closed. And I think that is a discussion we've been having over the last few weeks, primarily because of the cost in financing our various health institutions, in particular the OKEU hospital. And whether we need so many hospitals, whether we need so many wellness centers, whether we need to revisit the various institutions that we have to provide health care to the people of this country, and maybe we need to re-strategize. That is a conversation that we might need to have. On the subject of the possible deportation of St. Lucians who are living in the United States, that is something we could give consideration to. And I'm sure that many St. Lucians, undocumented residents of the United States right now, are wetting their pants maybe, because Donald Trump, he is not messing, particularly this time around. He is not bluffing as far as his threat is concerned to remove illegal immigrants in the United States from that country, those who are living there illegally. And my information is you have a little over, maybe a little bit more than 11 million people who are undocumented residents of the United States. Now, over the last few years, you're talking about a few years now, we have about 4.5 million immigrants residing in the U.S. from the Caribbean. That's the 2019 figures. About 4.5 million Caribbean immigrants residing in the U.S. in 2019. That would have been 10% of the then U.S. 44.9 million foreign-born population. I don't have the number of St. Lucians who are living in the United States, but imagine if we have, let's say, at least a few thousand St. Lucians who are undocumented in the United States, that certainly they risk being deported. Are we ready for this? Are the authorities contemplating that this can happen, this can come to pass, as far as St. Lucians being returned to their homeland? And President Trump seemed very serious about fulfilling this particular promise this time around. And you're looking at least, according to information I stumbled upon, the administration willing to spend at least $1 billion annually so that 1 million persons who are living illegally in the United States can be returned to their original states or areas where they were born. That will include a number of citizens from Jamaica, mainly from Cuba, Mexico, and definitely other parts of the Caribbean. So maybe that's something we certainly need to contemplate on, because as we'll hear from President Trump briefly, President-elect Trump, he is very serious about this.
On day one, I will launch the largest deportation program in American history. On day one, I will launch the largest deportation program in American history.
So we have all been warned, including St. Lucians who are living illegally in the United States and probably who are watching or listening to this broadcast. We take our calls right now at 452-2979, 452-2979. Your WhatsApp calls and messages, 716-2026. That's 716-2026. And let's see if we have some of your messages to go through. Somebody says simply, "Hi, good afternoon. My problem is the minimum wage. I have a friend of mine who does not do the 8 hours, and she is doing deduction. After the deduction, she's only left with $200, and she has children, and she has to eat. Tim, tell me, how can someone live like that? The Prime Minister needs to do something about that, and because that is not right." Well, that's an issue that you could take to the Labor Department if your friend has any concerns and that individual needs some kind of guidance. Let's take a call at 452-2979. Once again, your WhatsApp calls and messages, 716-2026. Good afternoon to you. You are on the air. Hello.
Yes, hi, good day, Timothy.
Good afternoon to you, caller.
Yeah, good day, Timothy.
Yes, sir.
And to your co-host.
Good afternoon,
Yes.
caller.
Good afternoon. Yeah, I want to thank you, first of all, for your service to our country. You're keeping the nation informed with relevant, pertinent information. And on that note, I want to say that any government that don't have its operatives listening to programs like yours just, that's just, unbelievable, unconscionable, because you get the pulse of the nation from those talk shows like the man on the ground, voicing his opinions or his gripes, etc., etc. So you get the pulse of the nation from talk shows like yours. So I want to thank you for this service. I also want to thank a couple of people today whom, in my opinion, their contributions are valuable or invaluable. I want to start first with Rick Wayne. He's a voice for the voiceless, always highlighting the unsolved murders and the victims of those murders who today have not even gotten justice, and issues that are pertinent to our a populace. So I want to thank him very much. He's doing a very good job, and I think his contributions are unbiased and middle of the line and very objective. So again, I say thank you to him. I also want to say thank you to Mr. St. Rose. Again, he's an intelligent man. He's well-read, well-informed, and I would like to thank him for his contributions to NewsSpin. Having said this, I want to say this also. Yesterday, when he made his contribution, and you and Rick Wayne said you learned nothing from what he said, I'm assuming, as I rehash what the two of you said or agreed on, I would assume that you would say that because you two are very well read and very well informed. So the information that he gave, I guess the two of you had known that already. But there is a section of the populace, the man on the street, that may have not known this information.
No,
and
okay. Allow me to just interject, caller, because I think you have it all mixed up. What Rick was saying is, in terms of the relevance, him reacting to the relevance of the question, because the question I posed on the broadcast was, what can St. Lucians learn from the outcome of the presidential elections in the United States? And unfortunately, Mr. St. Rose did not address that particular issue from that perspective. Instead, he told us about the American system and how the American, college, electoral college, and things of that nature, and the states that that Trump won, and things of that nature. But what Rick was making reference to is that addressing that particular issue with regard to what St. Lucian voters, what the St. Lucians can learn from the outcome of the presidential elections in the U.S. That was the point.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yes. Fair. That's fair. Fair enough. But I want to say his contribution, nevertheless, was very informative to the man on the street, because he was dissecting or explaining the American system and the election. So me personally, I felt that was good information for the man on the street who is not well read or educated or whatever. So I want to say this. The third person I want to highlight and I want to thank for their contribution to your program is Miss Nigel. That's the name, Nigel Toussaint.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I want to thank her too, because she's also well read and well educated, very intelligent. The last thing she said on your program 2 days ago, with which a number of people took offense to, was her opinion, and she's entitled to that. She has just looked at the spectrum from her angle, and this is what she brought across to us. You understand? And her opinions on that issue should be respected. Everyone is entitled to the opinion. The last thing I want to say quickly is that Rick said yesterday about a prime minister and his issues, which were contrary to the law, basically. I want to say this. I want to agree with him, and I want to piggyback on what he said. I was a policeman in St. Lucia around this era, okay? He spoke about 1992. So I was a policeman around that time. I was sent on duty to one of that ruling party's political meeting, okay? I was there. At the end of the meeting, and I'm not telling you, I was there, I saw it with my two eyes. I saw a young Indian girl being brought to that prime minister, okay? And that's at the end of the meeting around 10:30 or somewhere around 11. And I found that very, very weird and very strange and out of order. And that girl, I think she was in her teens, she left with that prime minister in his car, all right? I was there, I saw that with my two eyes.
And we don't know what transpired after that, caller. Because I'm sure.
Exactly.
Did you follow the vehicle? We don't know what happened after that. Yeah?
No, right, exactly. Yeah, I didn't. I'm telling you just what happened and what I saw, okay? I'm not telling you anything else. Right. And also, there was a young Indian girl in my city where I lived, Castries, and I could tell you that I know that for sure she was friendly to that prime minister. Okay,
caller, let's put it this way. Let's put it this way. The individual you're talking about, the former prime minister, is deceased, and he's not around he's not around to clear his name, so let's not go.
I understand, but I am
let's
piggybacking
let's not go into the salacious details, of what you might have heard or what you might have seen.
Okay, but I'm telling you, I'm just piggybacking on what Rick said yesterday, just to confirm what he said. Okay, that's all. Okay. That's all it is. Okay.
All right, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for your contribution.
Okay, bye-bye.
452-2979. Your WhatsApp calls and messages 716-2026, 716-2026. We continue with your calls and your WhatsApp messages. We have a call. Good afternoon to you. You are on the air. Hello. Good afternoon to you, caller. You're on the air. Please turn on the device that you're using to listen to the program. Go ahead.
Yep. Good afternoon, Tim.
Yes, caller. Good afternoon to you.
Yes, and good afternoon to the young lady.
Good afternoon, caller.
And I'm happy that I got on today. And I'm calling with regard to the elections in the States.
Yes.
And I heard a lot of people talk about a lot of things. I heard St. Lucians who have never even lived in the United States knew everything about the political system in the United States. Whereas most of them don't understand the thing. People like Rick and I who have lived in the States, and because of Rick, his interest in politics and world affairs, would have understood what's happening. And I wish some people should shut their mouth and don't say anything, instead of trying to impress people that they have knowledge about the political system in the United States. What happened in that election? It's a sad state. As far as I'm concerned, America has gone to the dogs, because America has turned its back on its own principles by letting somebody like Donald Trump be a leader of a main party in the United States, and also electing him for a second time.
Yeah, but as a democratic process, caller, the people have spoken. The people have determined that they want Donald Trump for to be their president and not Kamala Harris. That's what democracy is about.
Well, I understand that, Tim. I understand that. But do you think we're talking about the laws of the United States? There is no convicted person in the United States who is allowed to even vote. If I had committed the crimes that he committed, right, I am not even allowed to vote, much less to run for an office in the United States, such as a prestigious office like the presidency of the United States, right? And I'm saying to you, if Barack Obama has done the same thing he did, he would never see inside of the White House. Never. So I'm talking about principle right now. Okay? It's all about principle. Okay? It's not about what the people decided, the people didn't decide. I don't care if he was Donald Trump, just Donald Trump who ran for this office, this prestigious office in the United States, and he won. I'm talking about a convicted criminal. Right? Barack Obama could never have accomplished that, would never be allowed, right, even to participate in a general election for the presidency of the United States, right? This is my issue, okay? It could be anybody else, right? but not Donald Trump. So the United States right now cannot go around the world and start talking about democracy, right, integrity, and all of the things that the United States once stood for and was an example for the rest of the world to follow through so we'd have a better world to live in. What has happened in the United States right now is going to be like a domino effect all over the world, where people like him will do the same thing and we will be living in a terrible place. Believe me or not. Okay? I'm 80 years old. Okay? So when he says he will deport, there are people in St. Lucia who don't know what he's talking about. Oh, it's only the people who are illegal. He has a right to, because they're illegal, they should not be in the people's country. The Europeans, when they came to America, they came without a passport, right? If it was good for them then, right? Trump's father came to America after World War II or during World War II. Okay, he's the son of an immigrant. Why is he and the Republican Party treating immigrants as though immigrants are not people?
That's your contribution, caller?
Right. Sorry?
No, I thought you had ended your contribution.
So I'm saying to the people of St. Lucia who have all this knowledge and what have you, they know the politics of the United States, blah, 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 where I get involved in the politics, I canvass, I campaign with the party, I know what's happening on the ground, and I'm not here beating my chest, I'm just saying so to you, right? So people, please shut up, because when Trump says he's gonna do, he will do it. There are a lot of innocent people who will pay for it. That's what my concern, okay? It is true, it is the law of the country that you have to be there legally. Why didn't Reagan deport all these people? You know what Reagan did? Because he understood the economy of the United States, right? He came around and then he gave everybody the permanent residence. Okay? Why he can't do the same? I want him to do that. When he does that, then we in the Caribbean who have a loud mouth, who knows everything that's happening in America and the political system, will understand what is happening, because the economy of the United States will crash. And then when it does, we too will suffer even more than the people in the United States. With that word, thank you for giving me the time, and thanks again.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Thank you so much for calling from the diaspora. Amanda, what is happening in the chat room?
Good afternoon, NewsSpinners. Team in the chat room, someone says qualifications only say that you should be qualified, but it does not make you fit or efficient. Another comment, never too early laborers must be reminded because they pretend not to remember when they speak. Someone says, I support Trump totally for removing illegals in his country. Another comment, all those who were undocumented and supported Trump enjoy that one-way ticket back to St. Lucia. Another contribution, the persons who depend on government assistance and illegal criminals are the ones who will be deported. A NewsSpinner said, Abbott is asking them in Texas for citizenship when they visit the hospital. Someone replied to this saying they are asking for ID from anyone who is to the doctor, especially the emergency room in my world. Another comment, I support Trump totally for removing illegals in his country. Oh, I read that already, sorry. Someone says, I think Trump will just deport the more low IQ ones, like those who don't like black people but living there. Another comment, when America is sick, Canada takes medicine for it. The deportations that will take place in America will happen in Canada. Another comment, caller, democracy is tainted in America. Show me another free world country where democracy isn't. Another comment, call it doesn't only happen in the USA. We have people involved in corruption right here in St. Lucia sitting in government. That's it for now, Tim.
Thank you so much, Amanda. We'll have some more updates from the chat room reporter in just a bit. We have a call. Good afternoon to you. This is NewsSpin. You're on the air.
Good afternoon, Tim. How are you doing with your lady or with your...
That's the chat room reporter. Good afternoon.
Yes, Tim. First time calling, Tim.
Thanks for calling, sir.
Tim, I called to talk about the deportation, okay? Which I am not against it. I am not against it because he had preached it he says that he was going to do it, and then he wouldn't done it. But what really hurting me is this. When I hear my fellow St. Lucian like me rejoicing about that deportation, and there is St. Lucian in the U.S. right now, okay? They didn't have no paper. They didn't have no citizen paper. But they are good enough where they could send a barrel home, or if they could not buy some expensive shoe, they will go to Payless and get some shoes to send for the family so that the children could go to school or whatever. But there is St. Lucian that really rejoicing because those people haven't got no citizen paper. They are going to deport them. That's a shame. Now, when them people get to St. Lucia, what is it they're going to do? What? Nothing good in St. Lucia. And there is a lot of St. Lucian in America which they didn't have no citizen paper. I feel sorry for them. But I'm not going to rejoice because they are going to get deported. It hurts me. And especially those who are rejoicing of that. This is not right.
Have you lived in the U.S., caller? Have you lived in the U.S.?
I'm living in the U.S.
You're calling.
Yes, sir.
You're calling from the U.S. right now?
Yes, I'm in Florida.
Okay, and you are documented. You have your documents. You're a citizen.
Yes, sir. I can even give you my driver license, my weapon license, and things. So if you don't believe me,
no, I'm not saying I don't believe.
I'm already pensioned.
Okay,
and I could have been home right now, but being St. Lucia is not good right now. What am I going to do in St. Lucia? There is no health care, no medication. What is it I'm going to do in St. Lucia right now? And where I am in St. Lucia, where I am right now, I'm getting all my medication, my doctor, everything free.
I think
everything is free.
I think, caller, what some other people are saying is, in principle, if you are in a country illegally, they do not see why you should remain in that country if the government, the new administration, says that they would want to remove illegal immigrants in that country, because we in St. Lucia as well, when we have undocumented people from other Caribbean territories, Guyana, Jamaica, etc., we all suggest to the government as well that those people should be deported. Why should we have a standard for ourselves and a different standard because it's our St. Lucian brothers and sisters who are living in the United States?
I am not disagreeing. But what am I saying? I am totally disagree to see St. Lucian like me are rejoicing. That's not right. Not because you got a piece of paper or citizen paper, you should rejoice. So our fellow St. Lucian haven't got no paper. No, man. No, man. This is not fair. This is not right, man. This is ugly. I didn't appreciate that, man. We should all join hands together, okay? As a matter of fact, if there is a way we could help them, try and help them instead of rejoicing.
So how long?
I don't know if you get my point. I get
that point.
Wrong.
I get that point. But how long have you been living in the United States, caller?
I've been coming in the United States since '88, and I get resident 2000.
Okay, all right.
2000. Okay. And I'm about to come back to St. Lucia and live, but like I say, because of the state of St. Lucia, there was a time you could have choose what type of cheese to put in your bread in St. Lucia, but no more. No more. Done. Finish. Done. And it's going to take a long time to rise up again. A long time. Tim, you all have a good day, man. And then have a good Christmas. First time of calling, and then hopefully I'll see you one day, man.
Hope so. Looking forward to it. Thank you so much for calling, sir. Let's continue.
You're welcome.
All right. Goodbye to you. And have yourself a good day and a pleasant weekend as well. 452-2979. Your WhatsApp calls and messages, 716-2026. We have another call. Good afternoon to you. You are on the air. Hello. Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon, Timothy.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon to you, caller. You are on the air.
Yes, good afternoon. Timothy, I have something to say concerning what that's going on there. Like you touch a little bit of what I was about to say, Timothy. If, as a St. Lucian, you went to America and you get involved with the law, you commit a crime, and you get caught, When they investigate you and you are illegal, they will send you home. They have to send you home because after you illegal, you committing a crime in the country, they'll send you home. And that has been happened a long time. Once you illegal and you commit a crime and they check your background, they're sending you home. I don't know why St. Lucians are so scared because it's Trump that day and Trump say he's going to make a mass deportation that they are so scared. Once you don't get involved in the law, it's not Trump that passing it around and just grab people and investigate them. Once you don't get involved with the law, you understand? You are safe. So why St. Lucians are so afraid? And it seems to me,
Connor, that is not my interpretation that if you find yourself on the wrong side of the law and you are undocumented, then that will give the authorities reasons to send you back to your homeland. I think this would be a targeted program. I think it will be very much a targeted program. I think the military personnel, etc., immigration personnel will be going out in search of undocumented people who are living in the United States.
I'm not saying no. I'm not defeating that, Timothy. But at the same time, it seems like the Caribbean is there that telling the American who to vote as president. Because all the people that voted Trump in, they heard what he said. And if they didn't want him as president, they would vote him out. They heard what he said. He said it publicly all the time. So only they have Haitians there. They have Cuba. They have all sorts of people in America. And they have relatives there as well. And most of those people vote for Trump. That should make a landslide victory, in that election then.
But do you think it would be fair? Hold on, caller. Do you think it would be fair that if you have been living in the United States illegally for 30 years, and just because you have made that promise to the electorate and you have been voted into office, that you should deport somebody who has been living there illegally for 30 years, who have their family, who might have businesses, who might be established?
Timothy, Trump said it. I heard it. He said it. And bet you me, what Trump said during the election, during the campaign, he's not going to do that.
I'm asking if it's fair.
Because he's not only Trump he's the president, but it's not only he that running the country. Because I believe Trump learned a lesson by winning this election there. He learned a lesson. So he better come out good. Because he learned a lesson right there. After he did all what he did, he committed all those crimes, and people still voted him in. He learned a lesson from that. And most of the things he said he's going to do, he's not going to do it. Because of the lesson he learned. Because the people voted for him. This is my contribution.
Thank you so much for sharing it with us. Somebody in the chat room is saying, I think Trump is talking about the immigrants that's coming into the U.S. by large groups, meaning those people who are crossing the borders. Well, let's see what exactly will happen and whether St. Lucians who are living illegally in the United States will be impacted. And as the song says, will have to come home. This is the most monitored talk show in the world. It is called NewsSpin. Still to come, some more of your calls and your WhatsApp messages. And where in the world is a particular government minister?
It all started with a penny. For over 85 years, we have invested in our farmers, fishermen, people, and our country. When we were called to serve, we were here. We understand what is valuable to our people and our country. That is why we support all industries, including tourism. We are the bridge towards a brighter future and economic growth. When our people, government, and businesses called upon us, we were here. 85 years later, First National Bank St. Lucia Limited is here for you.
Lazarus's funeral home is here for you. Lazarus's private cemetery offers a peaceful resting place for your loved ones. With tranquil settings, visitation, and reflection, we believe in the compassionate care of all our departed loved ones. Lazarus's private cemetery, let us help you create a final resting place. Make it special. Make it Lazarus's funeral home, your friend in a time of need. Payment plans are available for tombs. Call us in Vidbuta at 452-7491 or in New Dock Road, VA4, 454-6555.
Lucilex Customer Service Office in Castries is now opened for business, but we've moved. We're now located on Daisy Avenue in Sanssouci on the ground floor of the new Carillac building. We're open weekdays from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Check out our online options first. But if you do need to come in to see us, we'll be pleased to serve you with new connections, bill queries, payments, and other service requests. Lucilex Sanssouci office, ground floor of the Carillac building. New location, same great service.
Saint Lucia, get ready for the ultimate flavor explosion at KFC. Introducing the new bacon melt sandwich. That's right, the crispy, juicy KFC chicken you love, topped with melted cheese, crispy bacon, and your choice of mayo or barbecue sauce, all nestled in a soft sesame seed bun.
Get your taste buds ready, come and try KFC's new bacon melt sandwich is great, no lie. Crispy chicken, bacon, cheese flavor certified with mayo or barbecue, anyone you must try. For just $25, get this combo deal. Fries and a drink, it's a steal. Head to KFC, cause you don't wanna miss a bacon melt sandwich, have it on your list.
Available at all KFC locations island-wide. WhatsApp 484-0400 or visit kfcslu.com for delivery and more.
Okay, Max, if I'm going to steal Christmas this year, I'll need a smart TV to keep an eye on the who's, a smartphone to call for backup, cash, and a stove to bake this ham. Seriously, I can get all this for free if I sign up for Flow.
We're Christmasing with thousands of gifts even the Grinch would love. Sign up for a postpaid mobile bundle or high-speed broadband and win big every week. Visit discoverflow.co now.
It is well known by all St. Lucian professional tradesmen and even homeowners that European-made tools are the best. Well, guess what? Europa Hardware is having a massive promotion on the Metabo brand of power tools. From impact drills to angle grinders, jigsaws to rotary hammers, sanders and hot air guns, all at unbeatable jaw-dropping prices. Don't let your tools let you down. Come to Europa and stay standing with a proud in-the-hand tool from Metabo. Call us at 452-0763 or visit us in Massat Grosine. Europa, we service what we sell.
Ministre qui a une responsabilité pour santé qui a offert un service neuf en bas programme Universal Health Coverage là. Service ça là c'est pour femmes faire test pap smear pour aider à adresser problème cancer en matrice. Service nouveau pap smear ça là plus confortable et plus facile. Nous commandé pour toute femme pour l'avantage service ça là et aller en wellness center en Camino pour apprendre plus à sous sa clinique pap smear ça là qu'a offert. Ada une semaine seulement ou ka jwenn résultat l'examen pap smear. Et si mou chwe bagay pas normal, et ben la ni cancer, ou ka traper examiner encore durant une semaine. La ka ni examination pour HPV 16 et HPV 18 qui ça en cause cancer en matrice. Si résultat test la pas normal, ou ka jwenn un appointment vitement pour traitement. Et là, ou ka jwenn plus information à sous maladie et guérison. Nous commandons toute femme pour prendre l'avantage service neuf ça là pour adresser problème cancer. Et UHC, santé ou c'est l'enterré nous. Pour plus d'informations, téléphonez 468-5300 et bien 468-53D8.
Why travel abroad for an MRI scan when you can access world-class medical technology right here in St. Lucia? At La Clinique de Corps Diagnostic Center of Excellence, we bring cutting-edge technology to your doorstep with our state-of-the-art GE-accredited 1.5 Tesla MRI machine. Our advanced imaging services let you see the unseen, providing crystal clear scans that deliver unmatched accuracy for a comprehensive look at your health. Save time, save money, prioritize your health. No more costly trips overseas. Get the highest quality MRI scans locally and take control of your health with the option of a second opinion. You deserve that peace of mind. Our skilled specialists are here to guide you every step of the way, whether it's nerve disorders, chronic headaches, spinal injury, or stroke recovery. We offer expert consultation and personalized care all under one roof. And don't miss out on our special discounts. Ask about our reduced rates on MRIs, ultrasounds, and consultations at our convenient locations in Castries and Cocoville, Rodney Bay. Book your appointment today. Call La Clinique de Corps at 451-6559 and experience imaging excellence without leaving the island. Your health deserves the best. Let us help you see it.
Attention homeowners. Are you ready to transform your space this holiday season? Don't miss out on the Tile Gallery Incredible Jingle Tile Sale, happening now through October 31st. For a limited time, save up to 50% off on a stunning selection of tiles only at the Tile Gallery. Whether you're upgrading your kitchen, bathroom, or outdoor, we have the perfect style for you. But hurry, this offer won't last long. Visit us today and elevate your home with beautiful tiles at unbeatable prices at the Jingle Tile Sale. The Tile Gallery is located at MNC Home Depot and Sunbelt stores. Terms and conditions may apply.
At Caribbean Pastors Limited, we offer high-quality products from Martinique, and our ready mix is made with casting sand, not regular pumice. Compared to regular pumice, casting sand saves you in your cement use. At Caribbean Pastors Limited, our materials come from porcelain stones, which is used as an additive in creating cement. Caribbean Pastors Limited is located in Bexar, behind Essential Hardware. Give us a call at 489-0074. We're open Monday to Saturday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Sundays 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Caribbean Pastors Limited. Quality construction, our priority.
4 big teams remain, and the 2024 Black Hat semi-finals are set on Friday, November 10. Big Belly Friday from 7 p.m. Come see West Coast Giants and Slurry battle the mighty VF4 South. Then from 9 p.m. defending champions Soufre will come up against La Clery. Also performing live for the first time in St. Lucia, it's Quack and Little Boy. The action goes down at the Soufre Mini Stadium this Friday and Sunday. Advance tickets are $20. You pay more at the door. It's VF4 South versus Ancillary from 7 p.m. and Soufre versus La Clery from 9 p.m. Support your team at the grand finals on Sunday, November 10th at the Soufre Mini Stadium. Black Hat football. Shoot goals, not bullets.
This is the most monitored talk show in the world, and it's called NewsSpin, where we continue with your calls at 452-2979. WhatsApp calls and messages 716-2026. We have a call. Good afternoon to you. You are on the air.
Hi, good afternoon, Tim.
Good afternoon to you, caller.
I'm calling from Pennsylvania in the United States. I heard everybody complaining about the deportation under Trump. Nobody complained under Obama. Obama is the deporter in chief. And nobody was complaining. Right now, there's a caravan coming out from Mexico, 3,000. They start to disintegrate because Trump said they will not enter. So I don't see why the people have to be worried and quarrel and think. So Obama deported more people than any president. He did not say he was going to do it, and he did it. Trump at least said that he was going to do it. So I don't see all the fear they're talking about.
So you're saying that St. Lucians who are living illegally in the United States, they ought not to worry?
They need not to worry the way they're worrying, because if you don't commit a crime, the guy will not come in your house and knock your house to ask you to whether you have papers. If you commit a crime, you do something, that is the people they're going to target, the criminals that coming across the border and creating problems. You would hear him mention the Venezuelans going into people's apartments and taking over the people's apartments. You will hear you saying that. It's not anybody they coming at your house and knock on your door and pick you up. That's not going to happen.
With Trump, can we predict, can we anticipate what he will do? Do you think that he will play by the rules? Do you think he will do things according to what is expected of normal people?
He was there 4 years ago, Don't forget that. He's not coming in the first time. He was there 4 years ago. He could have done it if he wanted to. He did not do it. He never deported people like Obama did. Have a good day, Tim.
Okay, you too,
Bye-bye.
sir. Thank you so much for calling. 452-2979. WhatsApp calls and messages 716-2026. Somebody says via WhatsApp, it seems like many people are more interested in Donald Trump than any of the issues that are bothering the everyday people. My issue today is, can someone explain to me why the Wasco water meter is so expensive? And why is it the government cannot negotiate with Wasco to bring down the charge of the meter or to put in place a payment plan to obtain a water meter? As always, you're doing a wonderful job. Thank you so much for that WhatsApp message. Somebody also said that we need to take note that nearly on a weekly basis, the French authorities are deporting St. Lucia nationals from Martinique and in some cases from France, those individuals who might have completed their prison sentences. So, apart from the whole deportation issue, remember we have other matters of concern to you that you would like to focus on. We have it on the call. Good afternoon. This is NewsSpin. You're on the air.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you, sir.
Okay. I'm actually encountering a lot of these immigrants undocumented in those terms in New York. I work with them, I have to work with them. The issue that I'm having, what the people refuse to understand, they keep saying how Obama deported a whole bunch of undocumented individuals. These were criminals. When they got caught, they were processed, okay, and they were shipped back. They didn't just pick them up. Now, I don't know if you all can recall, when Trump first won, remember a lot of people who they started doing this thing in New York where they were actually processing individuals. It happened. But because of New York City laws, they had to stop. And here's the reason why they introduced that a New York ID, New York City ID. So when individuals got stopped, they could have show that ID. They didn't have to go through immigration process. Once they show that ID, because once you get stopped, you can't show a passport. You have to show your ID. Okay, so New York City has that ID, okay, given individuals. So with Trump, we never know what he can do. He can go big. Don't forget, he's in charge of House. He got a House. He has a Senate. Okay? So you can go ahead, change the policies, change the rules for New York, and change that entire thing and just have the stop and frisk life. Innocent people will get caught in it. Okay? There are people that live by, they work, they pay the tax, they do everything, and they are not documented. Okay? They don't get themselves in trouble with the law. It just happened, they go in a grocery shop, or they're just walking by. These people of similar identity, like the Hispanic people. And then it just happened, they grab everybody there. Okay, they're not just going to deport you, they're going to process you. At the point in time they realize you're undocumented. What do you think going to happen to you? And most of these individuals, like I said, they live in a good life. They have their family, they have their kids born there and everything. And guess what? They will be deported. Here's the reason why I do not understand why the Latinos supported Trump so much. Because they actually, against their own people. Right? There are means and ways that they can get the criminals. Everywhere. Before all this mass deportation, importing of these undocumented individuals, they always used to have crimes. Yeah, it has gone up a little, but this is the United States. They can find means and ways. Okay, they go to the European countries and when there is a war, they bring all of them across here. So why are you telling me these Latinos cannot come too? America is a place that welcomes everybody. That's what builds a nation. Listen, these people put Trump there, simple, because of race. That's it. That's all it's about. I live with them, I live among them, I work with them, and I know exactly what it's all about. All right? Now, even, here's the list thing. Imagine the people that came here, and I told you they work, about 90% of them, they're laborers here working. Okay, I process them because I have to do their orientation and they have to show me ID, and that's what it is. I know.
Yeah.
Okay, these individuals, they supporting Trump. So I had to explain to them, why are you supporting Trump? Oh, for the economy. You're gonna boost the economy. But say, listen, you came here through the border. They house you. Okay? You're getting food stamps. You're getting everything you need, and you're working. And you complain about the economy? I mean, I just don't understand how human beings think. Okay? So I say, but as of next year, or if Trump really go by what he says he's going to do, then I have to do a new orientation, because you'll have to show me your work permit, or you'll have to show me that you're a citizen, or you have to prove to me that you're a resident. And when you cannot do that, I have to let you go. So what now? Oh yeah, papi? Oh yeah. I say, yes, that's what it's going to be. So just pray he doesn't stick to what he says he's going to do. Ignorant. Anyway.
All right, sir. Thank you so much. Yeah, we're having a number of callers from the diaspora today, because I think they've taken a deep interest in the possibility of Donald Trump deporting some of our St. Lucia nationals there who are undocumented. I think we have it on the call via WhatsApp. Good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. Okay, what was that call? Let me turn my attention to Amanda. What's happening in the chat room?
Team, a few comments from the chat room. Someone says, people stop. Trump is not going to send people to deport. Trump is not going to deport people just like that. He said he was going to build a wall. He did not. Stay on the right side of the law and you are good. Another comment, apparently St. Lucia problems are forgotten and it's all about deportation. Shake my head. Someone says there is nobody living in the US for 30 years who have not been given the opportunity to regulate the status. Another comment, the fact is that people who are in the process of applying to become citizens will be deported and continue that process from outside the US. We all know the implications of this. Another comment, there is a difference between removal by Department of Homeland Security, which mainly refers to people coming through the Mexico border, and removed by Immigration Customs Enforcement. And in the chat room, someone says, "Team, play this song from yesterday for me, please."
Okay, we'll try to play it as soon as possible. Mr. Producer, there's a song, "Come Home," the group of St. Lucians. Let's continue. Do you have any more comments?
No, that's it for now.
Okay. 452-2979. 452-2979. Your WhatsApp calls and messages 716-2026, 716-2026. And let us say this parody of a song. Somebody is, I think, 4 St. Lucians singing the song "Come Home," asking St. Lucians who are living illegally in the United States to come home.
Softly and tenderly, Trump is deported, calling all Lucians from home. It's in the winter and Trump is deported, calling all Lucians, come home. Come home. Come home. Come home. If you not married, come home.
So, this is a message. The message in the song is that if you're living illegally in the United States and you are a St. Lucia national, please come home. Let's take a call on the landline. Good afternoon to you. NewsSpin, you're on the air.
Hello, Tim.
Hi, good afternoon to you, caller.
How you doing?
I'm all right. How about you?
Yeah, I'm frustrated.
What's on your mind, sir? Go ahead with your contribution.
3 weeks trying to reach you.
Today's your lucky day. Let me hear what you have to
I
say.
got to run. I just have to say what I have to say.
Yeah.
Tim, first of all, it's a long time on to, my thinking went on board that company, Renault, that comes on the air each time he has advertising how he's paying his workers good and all these sorts of things. I've never seen that happen before. So I just, want to investigate by myself, why is that? But I wanted to call before that election. I knew Trump was going to win. I supported him the election before that, and when he lost, and so on. But you see, everybody is talking about the deportation and so on. Tim, I feel sorry for some people, and I don't think that people that have been there for so many years, I think they are going to try to make them go through the right process. But will you blame a government or a country for deporting illegal people crossing into your border? You know how many people going through Mexico border and you don't know what. Some of them are innocent. That's what breaks my heart. But some of them are criminals, terrorists, and all these sorts of things and so on. We have on our line now, I always hate to hear people say what's going on overseas is not our business. But now they are saying in our business. We have a world war that's supposed, I believe, with all my heart, is going to break out at any time. We have that guy, Putin there. We have North Koreans sending thousands of soldiers, tens of thousands of soldiers. We have a next country, I forgot the name offhand, sending 80,000 people, to fight in Ukraine and so on.
That's North Korea?
I can't remember. North Korea sent some thousand, but there's a next country sending 80,000 men.
Mm-hmm.
And this morning I saw that they start killing some people from North Korea already. All these evil communist countries, look at what's going on. I got to run because there are other people. We look at, there's a guy they call Dennis Springer, I think. Mr. Dennis Springer, I think he have a program going forward. I think he should change that program in going backwards, because I've never heard somebody talk such nonsense like this guy. And you know what hurts me? He always put in God's name in his nonsense. And I always warn people, including myself, when we come for our own ends, do not think we can use God as a passport. We're putting ourselves in trouble. I hear you talk about Taiwanese doing this for us, nice people and so on. But I never hear you talk about saying, fine, I love the Taiwanese, I love everybody. But Taiwanese is a democratic country, I support them a lot. They have done a lot for the Caribbean. But why don't you say, what's wrong with China? That communist country trying to take over the Caribbean. What happened to China? Why we give China to sell our passport? I don't even know what they're doing with it. That wicked regime they have in China. You can imagine we have a country like China selling our passport.
No, not the country directly, caller. Not the country directly, but a company.
Yeah, a company, whatever. But you can say it's Chinese, man.
But it's not China. It's not China. It's not the government of China.
But look at all these things China is doing. I never heard people come out. It's just like what's going on in Israel there. Everybody is blaming Israel. I think we must look at the origin of the thing. They went in there, so many thousands of innocent children raping their mom, their wives in front of them. Nobody is talking about that. But when the people retaliate, it's true that innocent people are being killed, and I always ask God why the innocent is being killed. I don't understand that. But nobody is talking about what these terrorists is doing, and they are the cause of what's happening now in Lebanon and all these people that's dying uselessly and so on. I just want to close with that. I have a lot more to say. I came out, I'm not where my people are now, but what I remember off my head, you see Trump win there, America is going to go down. And even though he had win or lost, I don't back Kamala Harris. She's anti-Bible. I don't back Trump fully. Like somebody say, you vote for the better devil, but sad to say there is no better devil. All devils are devils, and so on. But the people elect him, Democratic, we have to respect it. And I knew he was going to win. The States is going to go down the drain, even though he had win or lost. And you know who's going to control the world? China and Russia. And I'm telling you that with full authority, we will see it happening soon. And we better prepare. We are not doing nothing in this country. We are fighting against each other. Agriculture is going down the drain. Don't talk for the health system. Rick say he don't like to hear people say they're crying. I cry a whole week knowing the state of some people. I spend 3 hours on the phone calling doctors and so on for people they just send in home and die like that. We are not coming together trying to invest in agriculture so that our young children can get something to do. We are giving all sorts of organization. I don't know where the money coming from. And I'm saying there, and they can come after me, nonsense. All type of organization going and do nonsense with money they just spreading out. The thing I don't know how the politicians getting money to put into all nonsense and they can't get money to put just basic medicine in hospital for our people who are being treated like dogs. Not even dogs you treat like that. I have dogs home and I treat them very nice. I want us to look at these things, and I want us, and you know what's happening, and I'm going to close with that, I promise you. You know what causes these politicians and all what's happening to us now did not started now. It is far worse now. It started years ago by politicians. And you know what's hurting me and why these politicians get into power and they continue insulting each other, and instead of coming out and talk constructive things that our young people can learn, because we are stupid. We like to hear the mépris, the backbiting, and all these radical nonsense that doesn't make sense, insulting each other. And our children end up in that mess, and we cry today, we cry tomorrow. And the politicians still get elected. You know why? Because they continue the same thing day by day, and when time comes for election, a little rum, a little chicken, I don't know what rum and chicken have like that, and a little change you put in your back pocket. That's what gets our votes. Tim, thank you, and take care.
Thank you so much, Brother Harris. Have yourself a pleasant weekend. Looking forward to hearing from you again next week. This is the most monitored talk show in the world. Still to come, where in the world is a certain government minister?
There is only one option when they arrive. Our services will make the dead look alive. With Bouteille and Beaufort accessibility. Remember, we have the only private cemetery. No one can match our prices from coffins to corsage. Personalized service you get when Lazarus take charge. Quality service, no package to make your wallet bleed. Lazarus is your true friend in your time of need.
Lucilex remote options are available to serve you every weekday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Call or send a WhatsApp message to 285-6796, 285-7859, 285-3593, 285-3329, or 285-8640. Or send an email to customersupport@lucilec.com for assistance. Lucilec encourages you to use the available options for doing business with us remotely.
It all started with a penny. For over 85 years, we have invested in our farmers, fishermen, people, and our country. When we were called to serve, we were here. We understand what is valuable to our people and our country. That is why we support all industries, including tourism. We are the bridge towards a brighter future and economic growth. When our people, government, and businesses called upon us, we were here. 85 years later, First National Bank St. Lucia Limited is here for you.
Christmas in this year.
Can I have this? We have an extra $400 from Flow. You can have everything you want.
More gifts with Flow. With Christmas in, win weekly prices up to $10,000 in cash. Sign up for a postpaid bundle or a broadband plan. We Christmas in with free groceries from Flow. Plus, a chance to win weekly prizes and up to $10,000 cash. Head over to your nearest Flow store or visit discoverflow.co. Flow, we Christmasing. More gifts with Flow.
St. Lucia, get ready for the ultimate flavor explosion at KFC. Introducing the new bacon milk sandwich. That's right, the crispy, juicy KFC chicken you love, topped with melted cheese, crispy bacon, and your choice of mayo or barbecue sauce, all nestled in a soft sesame seed bun.
Your taste buds ready, come and try KFC's new bacon milk sandwich is great, no lie. Crispy chicken, bacon, cheese flavor certified with mayo or barbecue, anyone you must try. For just $25, get this combo deal. Fries and a drink, it's a steal. Head to KFC, cause you don't wanna miss a bacon melt sandwich, have it on your list.
Available at all KFC locations island-wide. WhatsApp 484-0400 or visit kfcslu.com for delivery and more.
Get your home holiday ready with unbeatable savings at MNC Home Depot and Sunbelt. Enjoy pre-Christmas savings of up to 50% off on selected Christmas items this season. Transform your space and make your home shine. Everything you need is here. MNC Home Depot and Sunbelt pre-Christmas sale is happening now. Shop early and save big. Your holiday home improvement starts now.
It is well known by all St. Lucian professional tradesmen and even homeowners that European-made tools are the best. Well, guess what? Europa Hardware is having a massive promotion on the Metabo brand of power tools. From impact drills to angle grinders, jigsaws to rotary hammers, sanders and hot air guns. All at unbeatable, jaw-dropping prices. Don't let your tools let you down. Come to Europa and stay standing with a proud in-the-hand tool from Metabo. Call us at 452-0763 or visit us in Massat Grosine. Europa, we service what we sell.
The government of St. Lucia, through the Ministry of Health, Wellness, and Elderly Affairs, continues to provide more for pregnant women in St. Lucia. Through maternal and child health services under universal health coverage, pregnant women will receive laboratory and ultrasound services through community wellness centers island-wide at no cost. From care during and after pregnancy, vaccinations, family planning to nutritional and mental health counseling, we are here to support you. Take advantage of our weekly services at no cost. And from 1st June 2023, the addition of laboratory and ultrasound services will ease the pressure to aid healthier and safer delivery for you and your baby. Visit your nearest wellness center to register for universal health coverage. For more information, call 468-5300 or 468-5328.
Why travel abroad for an MRI scan when you can access world-class medical technology right here in St. Lucia? At La Clinique de Cours Diagnostic Center of Excellence, we bring cutting-edge technology to your doorstep with our state-of-the-art GE-accredited 1.5 Tesla MRI machine. Our advanced imaging services let you see the unseen, providing crystal-clear scans that deliver unmatched accuracy for a comprehensive look at your health. Save time, save money, prioritize your health. No more costly trips overseas. Get the highest quality MRI scans locally and take control of your health with the option of a second opinion. You deserve that peace of mind. Our skilled specialists are here to guide you every step of the way. Whether it's nerve disorders, chronic headaches, spinal injury, or stroke recovery, we offer expert consultation and personalized care all under one roof. And don't miss out on our special discounts. Ask about our reduced rates on MRIs, ultrasounds, and consultations at our convenient locations in Castries and Cocoville, Rodney Bay. Book your appointment today. Call La Clinique de Cours at 451-6559 and experience imaging excellence without leaving the island. Your health deserves the best. Let us help you see it.
To have a strong structure, you must have a strong foundation. And at Caribbean Pastors Limited, we offer top quality aggregate materials at great prices. We supply high quality ready mix, cast in sand and plaster in sand. We also take special requests for specific materials that you may require for your building projects. Caribbean Pastors Limited is located in Bexon behind Essential Hardware. Give us a call at 489-0074. We're open from Monday to Saturday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Sundays, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Caribbean Pastors Limited. Quality construction, our priority.
Four big teams remain, and the 2024 Black Hat semi-finals are set on Friday, November 10. Big Belly Friday from 7 p.m. Come see West Coast Giants and Slurry battle the mighty VF4 South. Then from 9 p.m. defending champions Soufre will come up against Laclery. Also performing live for the first time in St. Lucia, it's Quad and Little Boy. The action goes down at the Soufre Mini Stadium this Friday and Sunday. Advance tickets are $20. You pay more at the door. It's VF4 South versus Ancillary from 7 p.m. and Soufre versus Laclery from 9 p.m. Support your team at the Grand Finals on Sunday, November 10th at the Soufre Mini Stadium. Black Hat football. Shoot goals, not bullets.
Okay, folks, here I am in Egypt. I felt it necessary to profit the opportunity to visit the pyramids built hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years ago. When you see them and you understand the history of them, the amount of labor it took, and hundreds of persons died, if not thousands, building those pyramids, it is really unbelievable. This is one of the small ones. This is the bigger one. As you can see, there are thousands of tourists around here, and I'm sitting on sitting on a camel with my tour guide. How are you, tour guide? All right. You all right? Just come 1 second. Yes. Just 2 seconds on that video for me, please. Just turn it around so that my people can see me on the back of the camel. Turn it as it is to me.
All right.
As it is. It's recording. Don't turn the phone.
Yeah. Lovely. Oh, lovely. Coming on the pyramid.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, love it.
All right.
All right.
Okay, let's end it there.
Okay.
We'll talk to them another time.
I hope you're enjoying it here.
I am indeed.
Lovely. Lovely.
All the way.
Yeah, so lucky.
St. Lucia. Yes, folks. It's St. Lucia all the way. I love wherever I roam. St. Lucia is my home.
I love the tour guide. Lovely, lovely. All right, that was Richard Frederick over in Egypt. He's attending the World Urban Forum hosted by the UN Habitat. This is the most monitored talk show in the world, and that is NewsSpin on Power 97.9 FM. We are also on the NewsSpin Facebook page as well as the NewsSpin YouTube channel. Over to you, Amanda, and the chat room.
Team, no comments from me as yet.
None,
it's just
okay.
a back and forth about Donald Trump.
Okay, let's take a call.
Elections,
We have a call. Good afternoon to you. This is NewsSpin. You're on the air.
ATB, what's up?
I'm okay, caller. Good afternoon to you. How are you?
I'm doing well. Amanda, how are you?
I'm okay, caller. Thanks for asking.
TP, what was the name of the dog that was gifted to us by the French? The last one.
Tyson.
Tyson, yeah. TP, there was a news clip, in fact, some news item about 2 weeks ago where the police had some successful operations all around the north and central areas, including many divisions and departments. But interestingly, I heard also that was the K9 unit. I don't know if that one slipped you.
Yes, I heard it, and we don't have a K9 unit per se.
No, but I heard it. In the thing. I said, well, that missed me.
Yeah.
That went unmissed by Tim, another person. But it was said, some saying maybe mute him.
So one K9 would make a unit.
Yeah, that reminds me of Michael Holding. You know, a cordon is one or more, but there would be one man in the slips, and Holding would still say in the slip cordon. You know, and then so I said, well, it was caught napping a K9 unit. You know, so. But I commend them. I commend the Royal Central Police Force on that success. You know, one thing, and I did them well. Okay, then.
Okay, sir.
All
right. Thank you so much. We have another call. Good afternoon to you. This is NewsSpin. You are on the air. Hello.
Yeah, hi. Good day, Tim. How are you doing?
I'm okay, caller. Good afternoon to you.
Yeah, so Tim, it looked like I might have to extend sympathies to you as well.
Why?
With the whole Donald Trump thing.
Why?
Well, I don't know. Like, to me, like, it seems like a lot of people were disappointed. You seem very disappointed.
No, it's not about disappointed, because I can't determine who is the president of the United States, but in my own assessment and how I felt at the time, that Kamala Harris would have been the elected president of the United States, but it doesn't really matter. But that was just how I felt.
Yeah,
I'm not really. Caller, I'm not really taking this whole thing to heart. I'm more concerned about what is happening in St. Lucia.
That's very good. That's very good, because America is a land of hypocrisy, not democracy. So, Tim, the nice thing about with the Trump presidency, because I'm not a supporter of either or, but with Trump's presidency, what I saw in the news and in the media following his election, his victory, I saw a lot of different approaches. For example, I saw him taking stance towards this whole gender affirming care thing that was going on under the Democrats. I think abortion was another thing that they campaigned on and he was against. There were so many different things that when it comes to human life and human, just the idea about people having the right to murder a baby inside of them, and you campaigning on that. So at the end of the day, we can see something different. Again, a lot of people were hoping for, anti-Harris. However, we have this character who is going to basically isolate America because that's his whole ideology, make America great again, right? Now, what is going to happen, and if you follow geopolitics, we see BRICS gaining ground, and we see them aligning with the United Nations. So at the end of the day, if this is going to be almost like a prophecy that America is going to fall, and he will be the one to bring them down, because at the end of the day, people will turn against America. People will hate America on account of Donald Trump. And that's what the media, tends to, make people do, control people in that way, make you hate somebody, make you like somebody else. So at the end of it all, there's so many things that you can look at the Trump's presidency where, the benefits, even his, I don't know if you following the fact that he's going to put RFK, Robert Kennedy, in charge of health and stuff like that. And his first thing was basically tackling the whole idea of taking out the chemicals, the bad chemicals that are causing a lot of the diseases, even in our third world country, right? So he is basically tackling it from that standpoint. I know he's anti-vax and a lot of different things. However, when it comes to the additives in the food and the additives in the medicines that are causing repercussions, that are causing Americans to have a lot of problems, heart disease, all type of different things, we too need that level of approach from when it comes to healthcare, when it comes to governance. And I think, again, we can take a page from this Trump presidency. So let's give him a chance and see what he does.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much for calling. 452-2979. WhatsApp calls and messages 716-2026. Let's see there if we have a WhatsApp message to go through. Somebody says there, Tim, I'm listening to your show. Some people do not understand how Trump won. And another one, somebody says there, I'm not sorry Harris lost. For over a year, she and Biden have been facilitating Israel's annihilation of Gaza and West Bank with no regard for innocent women and children. She did not give a definite promise to stop it when she became president. And let's see if we have another WhatsApp message. Okay, before that, we have a call online. Good afternoon to you. This is NewsSpin. You're on the air.
And another one.
Hello. Good afternoon. You are on the air.
Free-time Journalist of the Year. Mr. Timothy Paul, good afternoon. Amanda, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you, caller.
Tim, question for you. You're on the ground. Could you tell me why our healthcare is such a deplorable condition?
Because of years of neglect, because we do not have sufficient funds to finance the health sector, and therefore it is proving quite deficient in terms of the quality of service being provided, in terms of the lack of medication, insufficient beds at our health institutions, and of course this certainly would have caused many of late of our key health professionals to throw in the towel, literally to resign. So it's a range of issues.
Tim, what are we going through right now? Were we going through that 3-4 years ago?
To a certain extent, yes, we were. But it's now exacerbated. But we were going through it to a certain extent. We've always had problems in our healthcare sector over several decades now, caller.
Okay.
But it's only worsened over the last few years.
It comes down to one thing, right? To me, it comes down to one thing: finance.
Yeah.
Have you ever taken time to check the amount of money that Richard Frederick and the Mongoose gang vomited, went back to eat? Have you ever checked that?
In what way?
The extra money, the the extra money that we are spending, stuff you were getting for $10 million, we got to pay $30 million and $40 million because of the nonsense, their stupidity, their lies, etc.
Mm-hmm. You're talking
that
about...
money could have gone into health.
You're talking about the Fresh Start project.
Not only Fresh Start, the St. Jude's new hospital, the new hospital in St. Jude's, the airport, the roads, and I could go on and on. And one of those reasons why, because they listen to different prime ministers. Tim, I told you that Ralph Gonzalez got deported from Barbados, right? For the late great GM Tom Adams. And you know what Tom told him? You know what Tom told him? He lacking in an application, right? And Tom told him lacking in an application and disappointing the results. That's what Tom told him. He's lacking in an application and disappointing the results. And that's the man that the head of the Mongoose guy, the Prime Minister of St. Lucia, listening to. These guys making St. Lucia waste a lot of good money going down the toilet. Okay? And then they come back and tell people it's okay for them to swallow the vomit. As though St. Lucia is a first world country that have oil and gold and silver and all those kind of
resources.
What the word they're looking for?
Resources.
Huh?
Natural resources. Mm-hmm.
Natural resources. You know what I'm saying? These guys have to blame King. Tim, when the great man was there, Sir Alan Michael Shastey, he took a broke St. Lucia from Kenny Anthony, you know. Don't forget that, you know. That they could not open St. Jude's. Owen King. And he tell people, he gave it a name and locked back the gates. And they couldn't open it. And the men are sitting in government today, they all were there. They all were there. All of them was there. And then, when the great man got in, he had not a cent in reserves, nothing there. Had to start fresh. That's what people don't understand, you know. The great man found a sinking ship, a ship that the nose was barely above water, you know, man. The man had to bring, let me tell you something, Tim. Let me tell you something. The wicked was so bad that only the great man could battle advocate. All the rest of the men that come and was getting out and tell you how the ball's swinging and the ball's stopping. And, you know, et cetera. And the great man wasn't complaining to nobody. The great man, Sir Alan Michael Shastey, ain't complained to nobody. And he just dig in. And when he got the feel of the wicket, the man started playing shots. Then COVID came in. 2 years. I left St. Lucia. When I left St. Lucia, what year was it? 2020, 21, something in that area. Tim, I couldn't even get a parking space everywhere I go, from north to south. St. Lucia was booming. St. Lucia was drinking whiskey and brandy. Okay? No, they can't even drink white rum. Because of bad management. Tim, did you read the great man last night on what do you call it? Wrong table? On the wrong table? Did you hear the great man? If this man is not the greatest leader on the planet, I don't know who is. And when I hear you talking about Mia Motley, you think Mia Motley could carry for this man, Tim? You really think Mia Motley could carry for this man? This man was carrying the whole West Indies, the whole Caribbean. And that's the fact. So Alan Michael Shastey was carrying the whole Caribbean. They were doing everything he said. He was only working on St. Lucia. He was pulling up the whole Caribbean. And they were doing what he said. But because of our stupidity, I repeat, because of our dumb backwardness, listening to guys like Ralph Gonzalez and that guy from Mitchell from Grenada and those kind of guys, Listen to those jokers. When me and Marty and those guys were listening to the great man, Sir Michael Shasky. And all those guys down there talk about, oh, Shasky do this, Shasky do that. Shas got a wicket that was uncovered. The ball was batting around. The ball was batting around, Tim. You know that. Everybody knows that. And I can tell you something. During that era too, the man handled COVID the best than anybody else in the world. Especially in the Caribbean. And I can tell you, if the SFP was there, not a solution would be alive today. Not a solution would be alive today. To see the way they're operating right now, Tim, you really believe, what do you think, Tim? How many people you think would have died, would have been dead if the SFP was there during the midst of
Caller, you're doing a good job in terms of expressing yourself. I don't know why you want me to add to your contribution, sir. There's no need for me to do that.
No, let me say this to you. I mean, no need to do that. But Rick Wayne does a good job. Rick Wayne is a journalist, and you still goes in there. You still go in there. So what are you saying to me?
What is your obsession with Rick Wayne? What is your obsession with Rick Wayne? I'm just saying that.
No, I'm just saying to you. I find that you don't like to interact with guys that a Wafrat gang. You don't like to interact with Wafrats. That's what I find about you.
Early on,
I don't like that about you.
Yeah, but I interacted with you early on, caller. Why would you want me to interact with you constantly?
Early on where? I am saying to you, it's because of the bad judgment. And not bad judgment. This is something solutions does all the time. Bringing a bunch of losers. SFP is nothing else but a bunch of losers. SFP has never produced a good leader. Never. Tell me one good leader SFP has produced, Tim.
But I've always told you Dr. Kenny Anthony.
You can call Dr. Anthony a good leader, a man that bankrupt St. Lucia, a man that leased all St. Lucia lands, seabed and everything, and you gonna tell me he's a good leader? Are you good in your head, Tim? You can tell Dr. Kenny Anthony is a good leader, a man that sell all our lands, lease all our lands, so our seabed, bankrupt the country, we can't borrow for nobody, and you gonna tell me he's a good leader? Man, you got to lift your game. You got to lift your game, Tim. Not because he's a sir, not because he's a doctor. Kenny, listen, only one person that's worse than Pierre is Kenny Anthony.
Okay, caller.
Sorry.
Thank you so much. We'll have to end it there. It's already 3 minutes after 2 o'clock. You have any comments in the chat room, Amanda, before we conclude?
Tim, just a few.
Go ahead.
Tim, the NewsSpinners in the chat are catching their kicks on Richard Frederick. And someone replied to one of those joke comments saying, such derogatory hogwash will never attack independent voters and non-aligned voters. You people need to put forward more substantive arguments. Another comment, build wooden huts for 3 men. Now he is showing he is on a camel's back. What a shame. Another comment, all these issues with our healthcare could be fixed by competent leaders. So the main reason that healthcare is lacking is incompetent leadership. If we had competent leaders who would have realized all the deficiencies, including lack of finance, then we would have solved it. It makes no sense to throw your hands up in the air and blame everything else. These are just obstacles. That's it for me, Tim.
Thank you so much. Somebody says there, Tim, I think all persons in the U.S. who are undocumented should be worried because whether he said criminal or not, by virtue of you being there undocumented, then you have broken their laws and you are therefore a criminal, LOL. Let me see if I could go through some of your WhatsApp messages there before we conclude for today and this week. Okay, somebody says there, we read in the news outlets there would be no school sports. The news outlet stated they got it from persons in the know. Now the minister is claiming it's a lie. All right, another comment. Somebody says via WhatsApp, I'm not a Trump supporter, but having recently learned that United Workers' Party and the Republican Party are under the same conservative umbrella, I started watching my U.S. politics more closely. Personally, I believe Trump will be a different president, and I'm just waiting and watching. Yes, he is a criminal, but that's for the Americans to deal with. Also, I was not feeling Kamala, and the Democrats have turned the U.S. and the world upside down with all this gay, transgender, identity agenda, and sadly, this is permeating our own culture. Let me turn our attention now to our question of the day. Why should the SLP call general elections in 2025? Why should the SLP call general elections in 2025? What prompted me to pose this question is a comment that was made earlier this week, and we played it yesterday as well, by the first deputy political leader of the UWP, Mr. Guy Joseph.
I look forward to next year, Tim, because I believe the Labour Party will call elections next year. And the next time we have a chat, I can give you my rationale for saying elections will be called next year by the St. Lucia Labour Party.
Prediction being made by the first deputy political leader of the opposition, UWP. Finally, our NewsSpin news of the day. The NewsSpin news of the day reads, Cuba slowly restores power after hurricane. Havana still dark. Cuba slowly restores power after hurricane. Havana still dark. That's the broadcast for today and for this week. This has been another edition of the world's most monitored talk show. My name is Timothy Poleon. Goodbye, pleasant weekend to you, and we'll be back on Monday at 12:30.